Last episode on Around the Thorn.
You have to give Caitlin credit as being an innovator.
Alright.
Innovator?
Alright, we're done here.
That girl is absolutely for the streets.
Okay.
This doesn't involve you.
They're like Clinton JJ down there.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
This episode on Around the Thorn.
What the fuck is happening?
Apparently that's a thing.
You dead ass asked the girl in her DM what was good with her.
Wait, I'm trying to get laid. Wait, make sure this is butter. Come on.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Around the Thorn for a night full of fun about Ben Higgins. My name is Caroline. I'm a rising senior at Syracuse University and I can't wait to interrogate my 5 boys tonight on the very historical bachelor season of Ben. So let's start out by introducing our boys, and I want you to introduce yourself and then I want you to say, what would a hometown date look like in your hometown, just briefly. So let's start with Jake.
Yeah, thank you. Well, great to see you, Caroline. It's been a while. I'm doing well. Actually, 2 days ago, my brother came up to me and was like, have you seen this girl's TikTok? And I was like,
oh my God.
What TikTok are you showing me? And it was you. I was like, yeah, I'm actually seeing her in a few days.
Oh, wow.
My hometown date, I'm from New York City. A date would be like, you know those horse carriages in Central Park? I would do one of those things. Those seem romantic.
That's very romantic. Also animal abuse, but like it's fine. Okay, next, Michael.
Hey, how are you? Happy to be back. Michael Federici, rising junior at UMiami. A hometown date would look... It's hard to pick because there's so many things to do in Jersey. You know how I love Jersey. It'd probably be like dinner at like a nice Italian restaurant, and then probably like a night, like you lay out like a blanket or somewhere in like a huge park, maybe look at the stars.
In Jersey.
In Jersey.
Right.
Central Jersey.
All right, and our winner from last week, Jackson, welcome back.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackson. I'm a recent graduate from NYU, and a perfect date in my hometown. I'm from like a small town in Illinois, so I'd probably say, I know the first date I ever asked somebody to go on was to throw rocks at a train, but that would not be the perfect one. The perfect one, there's like one hill in like the middle of this one park in town, and since in the Midwest there's no mountain range or anything like that, from that like 10-foot hill you can see for like miles, and it's very pretty on a summer night, so I'd probably take her there.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't take her to hit a train with rocks, whatever that means.
Super romantic.
No, because the first time I asked back in middle school, yeah, it didn't go over great.
Yeah, I can't imagine it did.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Matthew?
Hi, Caroline. It depends what route you want to go, like romantic or a little bit edgy. The edgier one, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who you are, like we'd get something real nice to eat, right?
Real nice.
It's about 8 p.m.
Oh.
Afterwards, we go to the abandoned asylum, you know.
Oh.
Break in, tour it, you know, meet some ghosts, something like that, you know. It's fun, it's really fun if you don't die, you know.
That's some American Horror Story bullshit.
No, exactly.
Oh my God.
But the romantic one,
Fuck the romantic one. Let's go look for ghosts.
bet, honestly.
I'm down.
The romantic one is ice skating for sure. Ice skating. I can't ice skate, unfortunately.
What
But
the
like,
fuck?
I mean, hey, like,
You just watch. It's alright.
exactly. I'll just watch, you know.
That sounds so romantic. Oh my
I
God,
know,
my heart.
I know.
And lastly, Alex.
Hey guys, I'm Alex. I'm going to be a senior at Davidson College, and I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Also the home of the notorious Victoria Fuller.
Wow.
So she never got to really do her hometown date on the last season. So I think if I was in Virginia Beach with a girl, I would probably just stroll down the ocean front and we'd go bar hopping all night.
Well, not now.
Well, not now, but when everything...
You're not trying to, like, promote Corona, correct?
No, obviously not, no. But when everything opens back up, we'd go bar hopping
Phase 3.
down the ocean front and just see where the night takes us.
That sounds fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I like that answer. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a cocktail party. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. So the first one is, Olivia jumps out of the cake and performs at an all-time cringy dance for Ben. What's the weirdest thing that you've done for love that you were sure was gonna work that backfired? And I'm gonna start with Matthew.
In middle school, this is so embarrassing. I ran down the hallway screaming your name, and it backfired. Yeah.
Did she like call the principal on you?
Yeah, and the cops. Yeah.
What?
That's a joke. I'm just
Oh.
joking. The weirdest thing. It's actually kind of sad. I bought this giant teddy bear for my crush, and she said no.
Aw, so that really backfired. That's like
It
your
did.
first heartbreak.
It was.
I'd take your teddy bear. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Michael.
All right, it's a little embarrassing, but whose story isn't? I think it was freshman year of high school, so we got to go a little bit further back for this one. I had a crush on these two girls, but they were friends. You know how it goes.
You had a crush on both the girls.
Yup.
Right.
Got a real Ben Higgins here.
Right.
Red flag.
Valentine's Day was coming up, and I told both of them because I couldn't pick. I was like, "You want to start dating? Like, whatever. Like, let's do it." And,
What?
Like, not expect freshman year of high school, and they were like, "No, they were best friends. Super small school, Central Jersey, super small area." I end up not telling either of them like what it is, and like just the day of Valentine's Day, it's a school day, I have her locker code. Tape up 3 long roses, like one on the back wall, left wall, right wall. Put like a little note in there because she had this tweet. It was like, all I want for Valentine's Day is like 3 roses and a note or something like that. So I put it in the
Obnoxious.
locker. She opened it, like she loved it, but later like huge beef. Don't want to get into it now, but
Jackson, how do you follow that one from your band story last week?
I just remember that in middle school, I had a problem of, there would be like a girl that I liked or whatever, I would go up to her and say like, oh, like, hey, insert name, I know someone who likes you. And they'd be like, who? And I'd be like, can't tell you.
Oh my god, that is such a stereotypical kid thing to do.
Textbook.
When you think about it logistically, you're telling her that it can be anybody on earth except me.
It automatically backfires on you.
Yeah. I'm putting her on a pedestal for the other 6 billion people on earth, and I'm like, but it's definitely not me, even though it absolutely is Delaney. I still care about you. So, I know, yeah.
Guys, everyone get excited for Jackson. Alex, how about you?
Yeah, so mine's not as cringe as...
Oh, you're throwing shots.
It's just super embarrassing. So I think it was like junior year of high school. I was like super enamored by this girl and I was so into her.
Aww.
I wanted to take her to prom, right? I made like this whole
Promposal.
poster thing. And so I like go up to her in the hallway and take out the poster, and turns out that like somebody had like already asked her and like she was already going to the prom.
That is so sad.
Nobody told me that she was already, going with somebody, so I actually...
I'm like really sad for you.
oh my god, it's a trap. Come on.
So I wound up not even going to the prom.
You did it! Oh my god.
No, I didn't go. I mean, I went to like the after party or whatever, but I didn't go to the actual prom.
Right.
So I was like,
Jake, cheer me up, please.
Yeah, this is actually, I got you. I've had some bad ones. Elementary school, at my day camp, I asked out the wrong twin.
No shot.
Probably like 3 or 4 days until I like connected the dots.
Yeah, but imagine if that had happened like now.
Oh my, no, twins, I don't be friends with twins anymore.
Oh no, you avoid twins at all costs.
100%.
Okay.
That's like a elementary school, like it happens, but I will say in 12th grade, the night before prom, I'm with my prom date. We're like baking like a cake for her family or something. And she's like, oh, can you run out and get butter? So I was like, oh yeah, of course. Like, I'll get some butter. And I came back with, apparently there's something in the world called, it's almost as if it was butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
That's it, that's
You don't
it,
know
that's
what
it.
I can't believe it's not butter
what are you
is?
talking about?
What the fuck
Yeah.
is happening?
Apparently that's a thing.
It's almost as if it's butter.
And I was like, oh, that looks pretty bad considering I had one job to get butter and
It just wasn't butter.
You know what the weird thing is like, weren't there things next to it that said plain old butter?
See, that's what everyone else said.
Right. Mhm.
That's
Okay.
so funny.
Going off all your wonderful stories, Ben got his fiance from sliding into her DMs. What is the best DM you've ever sent to a girl? You have to expose yourself or I'm kicking you off, so I'm threatening you, basically. Who do I want to start with? Alex.
I've got a bad one. This past year,
Oh, it was recent.
it was like pretty late, and we were always kind of chilling in my room.
How late?
I mean, it was probably 2:30.
That's my man.
few guys, few girls in there.
Wait, what?
This girl like wound up like leaving and like going back.
But you wanted the girl.
Yeah, and I DM'd her. I didn't really know her though.
Right.
And I DM'd her and I said, I wish I were cross-eyed so I could see you twice. And she just responded with no. And then I sent like a weird like GIF, something along the lines of like, oh bummer or something. And then she just
One of those little like weird Instagram
Exactly,
gift things.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
fucking cringe.
yeah, it was
Ew,
really
I wouldn't
bad.
respond to you. I'd probably block you.
Wouldn't blame you honestly. So
Oh my God.
that's my story.
Oh my god. Okay, Jackson, how about you?
Wait, I'm confused. Is this best or worst? What was the initial question?
Yeah, that did sound like the worst. The question was, what's your best DM? But at the same time, like that has its beauty in itself, so it's okay.
Gotcha.
So Alex, you're fine.
Okay, all right.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, go, Jackson.
I just remember my friend telling me either he heard it somewhere or something like that, that like when he matched with somebody on Tinder, the first message he sent was, "We did it," with 2 thumbs up or something like that. And so I tried that
No, you didn't.
as like a joke, just like, oh, like we did it, like we made it. And she responded with like, "We did what?" And I was like, "Oh, we matched." And she said, "Oh, this was a mistake." And I was
That's
like,
your best DM?
well, I don't, oh, fuck. Okay, well, you said, okay, well, I don't know what to. I guess my best DM was like, "Hey, I don't think that I'm a creep. What's up? Do you want to hang out?" That's not a good DM either, but it's better. I'm done with the question. I refuse. I'm going to plead the fifth. This question is insane.
I would be like, okay. Okay, Jake.
This one started off well. It was on Tinder in like 9th grade.
9th grade.
It was a joke. I was like, on a scale of 1 to the United States, how free are you tonight? And she was like, unfortunately in North Korea, like being all witty and funny. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And then it was like a catfishing 50-year-old. So
Oh, okay.
that was less fun. But
Oh my god. Okay, Matthew. How about you?
All right, this is a really sad story. So there's this really cute girl in my math class, right?
Right.
And I see on Instagram that she sings, right?
Right.
And so I texted, "You sound really good," but it auto-corrected to "You smell really good." And yeah, it didn't really work out for me. No.
Oh, why not?
You've been sniffing me?
I'd turn around.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean?
Be like, what the fuck?
Learning experience for sure.
And Michael, how about you?
Really cute girl. Really cute girl. You know, you like
Right.
physically attractive. Like, I'm all about it. So I'm with the boys.
With the boys.
It's never a good idea. I'm with the boys. Like, I'm like, yo,
They're hyping you up.
you gotta go with what works. You gotta go with this is our line every time. So here's how it goes. How's your box? Question mark. And then it's followed by an emoji of, you know, the guy with the magnifying glass, like right up, like looking into it.
Wait.
Michael, what is the box in this scenario?
I know
Are you
what
What do
telling
you
me?
think it is?
Are you
Jackson?
telling me you don't know what the box is?
I'm just I'm a simple
You
layman.
dead ass asked the girl in her DM what was good with her.
No, not what was good with her box. That's another one. Is what's good, but it's how's your box. That's it. With a little emoji after. It could be that. It could be the guy with the cowboy hat because you're like.
I think one of my favorite DMs I've ever gotten, just because I thought it was wildly funny, was someone DM'd me and they go, "Are you a B6? Because you look like a snack that I would pick."
What's a B6?
Yeah, what?
Hey, what is that?
Like out of a vending machine.
Oh,
that's
that
pretty
is
good.
good.
Check my TikTok comments if you want to see some really interesting pickup lines.
my brother's on it.
Okay. Well, on that note, since you've all had some really questionable stories this round, we're gonna have to have a rose ceremony. And tonight I'm saying goodbye to 2 of you in this first round, which is a tough blow for you and for me. So, you've all disturbed me in your own way. But the first rose I'm going to have to give, probably this is kind of hard now that I'm looking at you all, I'm freaking out. The first rose goes to Jake. Jake, will you accept my rose?
I happily accept your rose.
Okay, my second, oh my god, guys, my second rose goes to Jackson. Will you accept my rose?
Absolutely, Caroline.
I'm really honored. Okay. I only have 1 rose left, and you're all making me upset because literally all 3 of you have been hilarious to have, and I feel so bad. Oh my god. Okay. My final rose goes to Michael, just because I want to see everyone roast you. Unfortunately, Matthew, Alex, that means I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Thank you so much for being on tonight.
It's all right.
Well, thank you.
Pleasure.
Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
Hey guys, it's taken me a little bit to process, everything that went on tonight, but now that I'm, level-headed, clear-minded, I just wanted to say I'm super grateful for being on the show, and wish the best of luck to everybody in the future. Thank you.
I lost. It's tragic. Fair play though, honestly. Oh, me and Caroline could have gone to the abandoned asylum tonight. But I mean, hey, it wasn't meant to be. Good luck to the rest of the boys.
You know what, Michael? I really debated booting you, I'm not gonna lie.
What for?
Your box comment.
Yeah, I told you I was worried. You asked me for the truth and I gave it to you.
Alright, now we're gonna have a group date. When JoJo discovers how confused Ben is, she explains to him that this is the most scared she's ever been in her entire life. Like, this is the most terrifying experience. Like, I fucking hate JoJo. I literally can't stand her. She's so irritating and whiny, but whatever. Comment a little bit on how you felt about that and how her behavior in that situation. And then she said that was the most scared she's ever been. Like, I doubt it was the most scared she's ever been. What is the most scared you've ever been in your entire life? But let's start with you, Jackson.
They were speaking in a lot of certainties towards the end because the other girl, Lauren, said like, I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Yeah.
I know that gravity exists. Like, I'm so sure of that. Sometimes I doubt that I love my brother, but I don't doubt gravity. I don't know. She was just doing high wire, like tightrope walking the entire finale instead of giving Ben his space. Lauren was a little smarter. She was more understanding of the predicament Ben was in.
Yeah.
JoJo was just way too on top of him and not understanding of like him being the focal point of their show, having so many feelings thrown at him from like 20 different people. And so I think she just needed to be more understanding and less like on the edge with him.
I hear you. What do you think, Michael? Is that the most scared she could ever be?
No, not even close. And that's like, I'll never stick up for the TV drama aspect of it, but I mean, feelings are feelings. People can fall that hard for someone. Other people can talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
Other people can talk about it so that they feel like, I don't know, when people are watching it or the people that are taking the video of them, like if they believe that I'm in love, I'm in love.
It just makes it feel so scripted. Like, I feel like if you weren't on TV, there was no way you'd be like, that's the most scared I've ever been in my life. Like, shut up. No, it's not.
Why are you so open to tell everyone that?
Yeah.
Like, if it actually rocked you to your core,
Like,
come
bitch,
on.
this is fame, not clout. Like, hello. Okay. Jake, how do you feel about it?
The night before that Ben was gonna propose, she played the pity card. She was like, I don't wanna be heartbroken. Like,
yes.
I'm either going home with you and you can't put that on a guy. Like, you just can't. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, Merritt proposed out of pity? That was her worst move.
It's so manipulative. I can't.
And also, the second part of your question that no one answered, but I really want to because it's a really funny story.
What's good?
When have I been the most scared? Are we allowed to name names on this podcast?
That's up to you.
All right, I'll say it. Two of my really good friends in like 8th grade were dating, Jordan and Tyler. And Jordan was like texting me some funny thing about Tyler that was important that I was not allowed to tell anyone. And of course, I'm like Tyler's bro in 8th grade. So I screenshot the text and send it to him. But I sent it to Jordan.
Botch!
The number one thing you don't do, and the
dumb ass.
The time in between I sent it and she responded, like, this girl's ruthless. Like, that was by far the most fear I've ever had in my life. Not even close.
Yeah, that's you're like, that's the worst is when you like screenshot when your mom's pissing you off and then you send it to your mom and you're like, I'm gonna die today. I'm just gonna die today. Like,
yeah.
That's it. Like, I'm done. Because I do that quite often and I gotta learn my phone technique way better.
They got in a big fight. It was really not
that's so nice of you, creating problems. Michael, when was the most scared you were? Was it when you were about to get your heart broken on national television?
No, not even close, actually. It was, nothing tops this anymore. I think when I was like 9 and my little brother was like 7, because we're like 18 months apart. 9 and 7, like kind of grown up, still kind of kids, Like, you'll hear the story, then you'll be like, hey, were they supposed to be doing that? All right, whatever. We had a babysitter at the time because my parents are both working, but we fucked with her.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Sure
Bethany.
You did.
Bethany, I think was her name. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This one day, my little brother Matt, we thought it would be a good idea to distract her with something, like break something outside, so she'd have to like, you know, like glass or some shit, so she'd be preoccupied. We went down in the basement, and 9-7, we start going through her bras. We're like, what are these things? Like, what's good with these?
You were a perv from the start.
Oh yeah.
Explains the DM.
No, but I was just like, what are these? Like, what is this? Me and Matt get to like figuring out like, oh, okay, like this is how this works. We both strap them on. We run upstairs. We're like, Bethany, like, what's good? And we just ran as fast as we could away from her. Super fun. After it was all over, like,
super fun.
Like when you're like sitting in a room like with the killer like right outside, and he broke in already, and you're like waiting to die. You're dead.
I don't think I know that personally.
You've never been there, but like, word.
Me trying to visualize.
Sitting in my room, grounded, knowing like, mom and dad are actually like coming home.
Yeah.
I was counting down. I was like, all right, I have an hour left, 30 minutes left. I've never been probably more scared in my life.
Like you're on death row.
So being afraid that someone's gonna break your heart. All right. How about getting your ass whooped?
Maybe you shouldn't steal people's bras, and I definitely would not do that in the future. Jackson, when were you the most scared?
Well, I just know one time where I was deeply like just shell-shocked was when I was included in a group chat with my girlfriend at the time, and a bunch of the names of her friends and stuff like that, and a few numbers I didn't know, and I was just like, oh, like she was talking about having a party or something like that, so I just named the group chat because nobody had named it yet. So I was like, I'll be the king and name this chat, and I named it as a joke, Drowning in Pussy. Now I named it that because I thought it would be funny, just as a weird thing to name a party chat or something like that. Then I find out that it involves her relatives. It involves her all 4 grandparents are in on this chat.
Dude. That's bad.
It's like Godfather 1, Michael Corleone, like the baptism scene, just bang, 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 bang. I hit everyone I possibly could because it was her graduation party chat about like the location, and I should have made that correlation that she just graduated last week. So that was the fucking worst.
That's pretty bad.
I feel you.
That's pretty bad.
I feel you, bro. I've sent a text like that before.
Well, since that was cringy as fuck, we're gonna play a little bit of Love and War, and I want each of you to decide for yourselves what was the cringiest take another contestant had tonight, because that was pretty fucking bad. So I'm gonna start with Jake. So who had the cringiest take for you?
All right, the go-to answer would be Michael's DM, but I'll be a little unique. Jackson in the beginning, like slyly just threw out that his first date was throwing rocks at a train.
No. Okay.
No.
You can't
said, oh yeah, my
defend
first
it.
date was throwing rocks at a train. Like, she asked you what you were doing later, and you were like, yeah, I'm just gonna go like throw rocks on a train, like wanna join? And she's like, oh yeah, that sounds great. Like, what girl? What?
Hey man, I was listening to a lot of Nirvana at the time. I
You
was
were tripping balls is what you were doing.
Also, what train? Like, what?
freight trains. These trains didn't have people in them. They were.
So you're not a violent type.
No.
No.
I would never throw pebbles at a passenger train. I want that on the record, right now.
The title of Jackson's memoir, I would never throw pebbles at a passenger train.
Also, if there's people on board, it's way less romantic than no one.
Jackson, so who had the cringiest take for you?
Michael's take, and it was only a little aside that Michael said. But he said, I think her name was Bethany. That doesn't matter. Her name matters, Michael. It's Bethany, we think. And she was traumatized that day.
Such a bailout.
If that, what?
You're hunting, bro.
No.
Bailout.
I think all names matter.
Fish.
I will fish.
Poor Bethany. She was traumatized by a 9 and 7-year-old. You can't even give this bitch some credit.
I don't even know where she is anymore.
I'm just here to stand up for the voiceless. I'm here to give voice to the voiceless. That's all I'm trying to do.
Who are you gonna go for here?
Isn't it obvious? Come on, Jake. Come on, bro.
Is it the butter one?
Is it the butter one?
Listen. Dude, you're on the spot. Like, you gotta be in the zone. If she asks for butter, you get butter. You gotta get butter. Shame on you for not, like, you don't, wait, I'm trying to get laid. Wait, make sure this is butter. Like, come on, bro. Fuck.
I have no defense for the situation. Like, you're right.
I'm gonna look up the brand. It's almost as if it's butter, which is such a great name for a butter.
It's almost
Jake,
butter.
So Jake, if you coined that butter term, I commend you because that's
Right.
the new
Patent
competitor.
pending.
But I
Yeah.
think we can all agree that JoJo botched for herself, and I think she killed it for herself, and that's
It was
fine.
the pity card. It was the pity card.
Agreed. All right. So now, after all those wonderful stories, we're gonna have another rose ceremony. So, you've all had some really interesting things to say this evening about your personal lives, which I have enjoyed. But I only have 2 roses, so my first rose is going to go to Jake. Jake, will you accept my rose?
I gladly.
And like, go Google a picture of butter while you're at it.
I don't want to.
Atta girl.
And my second rose is going to go.
Been here before. Know how it feels. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Honey.
Going to go
He's playing the pity card.
No way.
to
You're pulling it.
Jackson.
Yeah, you pulled
my
a JoJo. You can't pull a JoJo like that.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm really sorry.
Thank you, Caroline.
Who's been snubbed more than me? Who's been snubbed more than me?
The babysitter whose bras you stole.
Yeah.
She's been snubbed the most. She's been snubbed.
Michael,
That's a bronze finish 2 times in a row.
thank you so much for joining us tonight. And
I
hope
love
you have
it.
a good night.
I love it. Thank you so much. Hopefully one day I'll win. Bye guys. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Michael.
Take care.
Had my notes. Fuck, I can't win. I stuck to the Bible. I'm an avid follower. Oh my god. And I say unto you, she is from the streets, so be not weary from whence she came. It's exactly what the paper says. Why isn't this working? I have a lot of internal reflection to do, like Claire, or whatever the hell her name was. I have a lot of work to do internally before I'm ready. I'm ready to go back. But overall, I had fun. Yeah. So what's good? And thanks, guys.
Alrighty, boys. So our last round is the 2-on-1. Kayla said that she felt she couldn't love anyone, and Ben felt like he was unlovable. With that, is it better to be unlovable or unable to love? And do you agree that Kayla felt she couldn't be loved? And do you agree that Ben felt unlovable?
Does this mean like how you feel or how you actually like you are straight up unlovable? Like people don't love you?
I think how you feel, because
you
that's
feel.
how Ben felt.
That's so tough because I think I've been there before with my with stuff, and I think that not being able to feel love actually might be scarier because it is scary. Like not being able to feel love for somebody else is kind of scary at times because sometimes I don't know. You think you've met like a really incredible, wonderful person, and like everything is correct and right and wonderful, but there's something that just doesn't pull you towards them, and then there's a fear of never finding that person. So I think
That Kayla was true when she said she couldn't love anyone.
I thought she was just very real, especially in that conversation with her mom, which I know can be stilted and looked a little scripted and stilted, but I like the idea, like it is that almost common sense of go down there and tell him that you love him, and that kind of inability to, because like of fear and then also of uncertainness, and that can be paralyzing. So I definitely
Wow,
felt
we're
for
getting
Kayla.
deep here on Around
Yeah.
the Thorn, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jake, what do you think? Do you think that, I kind of want to hear the opposite side. Do you think Ben is like not lovable, or which would you rather feel?
I think, like, I always think it's funny when, like, Ben, like, perfect, good-looking dude from Indiana says he, like, feels like he can't be loved, like, classic
Yeah,
Bachelor.
like, shut up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you can't be loved, like, love doesn't exist. Yeah.
So melodramatic.
So I thought that was a little ridiculous. With that being said, I think it is therefore worse to feel like you cannot be loved like he did, because there's definitely some like personal insecurity rooting that.
And I think that affected him in his decision. How are you supposed to love
Agreed.
someone else if you don't love yourself?
Pretty sure that was on someone's tattoo in the episode. episode tonight.
Right.
I don't get a big, like, showy, egotistical vibe from him, but that definitely felt a little like, come on, dude. Like, there's no way that's true. You're just fishing.
Yeah, that felt very set up. And then Ben said he loves both Lauren and JoJo, but loves one more. If that's true, does he truly love both? Because he's kind of contradicting himself with that.
Oof.
So, Jake, since we just stopped with you, why don't you start back up again?
I think everyone has a personal definition of the word love, for starters, so it definitely depends on how you define it. I personally think it is not possible. I think it's crazy that he said that. But I don't think there's like levels of love. I mean, like maybe in general, but when you're coming down to like choosing between two girls, not including like if they like throwing rocks at train tracks or not, I think there's only one level of love. And if you feel it with both of them, then you don't feel it with either. Like it's definitely probably why it didn't work out pretty quick.
Right.
But I definitely think that was not possible.
His uncertainty it's set, like we said earlier in the show, how you backfire. It's just, that's an automatic backfire. It was never gonna work.
100%.
So Jackson, do you feel that Ben did truly love both of them?
I think it was that he has a very people-pleasing type of attitude, even with the amount he put up with.
That's that Indiana, that
oh my God.
Midwestern.
And he, like, when he was putting up with that Olivia girl, like, so much going to all those, like can I steal you sex? Like, steal you moments or whatever. And so I think that he has that people-pleasing attitude of, like,
yeah.
I think he genuinely really, really, really deeply cared about both these people, more so than I think other people who say they have trouble deciding. I will say that I honestly felt it with him, and I just think that he uses the word love too loosely. And granted, like Jake said, that there's like multiple like people have different interpretations, but if you're on a show like that, you need to be smarter than that. And I think you need to have that kind of right brain telling you, like, you know, if you are uncertain, you just have to be honest and be like, I can't fully commit to either of you because I am confused.
Right.
And if they're understanding, like Lauren is, they'll give you their trust that they hope they will pick you. But if you're JoJo, they'll kind of torture you for it. And I think that he just used it too loosely and he wanted to please them. So when they said it to him, he was like, well, I love you. Like, you know, that kind of
like he kind of played the bitch card, to be quite honest.
a little
like,
bit.
Grow a pair, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he had a pocket full of
God.
bitches, yeah.
And like talking about it now, like saying he was unlovable and loving multiple people, like he clearly has no idea what love is. Like,
yeah, like that's,
he needs to find
fuck
his
that,
love.
bro. Like, you're full of it. All right, well, unfortunately, there can only be one winner. And thank you both so much for your time and your hilarious stories. You guys are both great. But I only have one rose. My final rose goes to Jake. Yes. Jackson, thank you so much for joining us again. And I've loved having you back on the podcast. And I hope to see great things from you. I hope you get a better first date with your next girl.
Thank you. Maybe I'll try passenger trains. Maybe that's what's missing.
Maybe that's what's missing.
I think you should actually move on to like airplanes or like really fast vehicles.
I gotta switch it up. ATVs, all kinds of vehicles.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be cool.
But thank you so much, Caroline. Jake, wonderful to meet you. And I will definitely tune in next week. I'm excited to see it.
Have a good night.
Take
Take
care,
care,
bye.
guys.
So Jake, how do you feel?
I feel awesome. I mean, I've always been a huge Bachelor fan, and I was a huge fan of the podcast. And when I was asked to come on, like, never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd win it. But I got it.
So you feel better than Ben did?
Definitely better than Ben did, yes. I thought Ben was like a underratedly nice guy, very honest, but I don't think he knew how to play the game. Didn't know how to play the game.
I think the spotlight was just too much for him. Too innocent of a dude.
The first thing I noticed from like the immediate thing, he's like from a small town in Indiana. I was like, can't handle it.
Can't handle the smoke.
Nah.
Well, will you join me next week?
I will gladly join you next week. Has anyone ever won 2 in a row? Like, has that been done yet?
2 in a row? No, I don't believe so. We've had some repeats, like Ted Wolf, an ex-winner,
Right.
and Jackson, an ex-winner. maybe you have a chance next week if you bring it.
Let's hope so. I'll be ready. It was an absolute pleasure, Caroline. Great to see you again, too.
You too. Thank you so much, Jake. Have a great night.
Yes, you too. Take care.
So, thanks for joining us for Around the Thorn this week. I hope you enjoyed the most ridiculous fucking stories I've ever heard from boys in, like, probably my life. I can't even get over some of the shit that was said. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next week. Bye.